She deleted it and opened the texts from Ollie in case she'd missed one. There were work texts, flirty texts, downright shocking texts that had once made her fizz with the anticipation of seeing him again. And the last text. "Sorry, Nick. Duty calls. Can't make it tonight. Oh. Kiss." Nicola put away her phone. It was fine. Really. It would have to be. She made a plan. On the fast train, she'd be home in 30 minutes. Turn off her phone, kick off her shoes, have a long soak in the bathtub, a glass of wine, or two. I am sorry to announce that the 1920 South Western Railway service to Reading via Richmond is cancelled. The announcement droned on. Nicola stopped moving and looked up at the boards. The words blurred as her eyes filled with tears. Every train, delayed, cancelled. This was just so wrong. Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. She turned as the chorus of voices rose up over the background noise. The crowd of commuters closed in around her. She was almost at the middle of the station opposite the W.H. Smith, where, over the weekend, a giant Christmas tree had been put up. Its branches were sprayed white, and it was trimmed with red and gold baubles and white lights. Above, the station clock was trimmed with a big red bow and sprigs of plastic mistletoe, like the stage set for a bad production of Brief Encounter. In front of the tree, standing on risers, was a choir. Gloria, in excelsis Deo. Nicola looked at the earnest faces, the O-shaped mouths. The choir was made up of men and women of a range of ages, about 20 members in all, wearing red or green jumpers and black skirts or trousers. Some of the women had glitter hairbands of holly or reindeer antlers, and a few of the men were wearing Santa Claus hats. Along the sides of the risers, 2 women and a man were carrying around trays, passing out mince pies and iced gingerbread stars. In front of the choir, his back to her, was the conductor. He was a tall man with thick dark hair that came down to the edge of his collar. He was wearing a black suit and knitted fingerless gloves in a bright Christmas pattern. She watched his hands. His right hand rose and fell vigorously in time with the music, while his left hand cued the various voices in the choir. He shifted on his feet, almost like a dance, conducting his band of train station carolers as if they were a famous choir singing at the Royal Albert Hall. The jostling and nudging started up again as people in the crowd edged closer to get a better view. A few hardened-looking commuters dropped shoulder bags and rucksacks to their feet, and, after the next verse, began bellowing out the chorus. Gloria, in excelsis Deo. Nicola tried to move away. She was in no mood for festive cheer, but she was hemmed in on all sides. If she could get through the crowd, she could pop into M&S Food and buy a bottle of red wine. But, just then, a platform was announced, not her train, and a river of bodies flowed towards the ticket barriers. She gave up swimming against the tide, the M&S Food shop receding like a mythical island swallowed by mist. She managed to extricate herself near one of the old ladies with the trays of sweets. Smile, dear, the old lady said cheerfully. You look like you need a mince pie. No, I do not, Nicola said through her teeth, holding up her hand. She needed to get away. She squared her shoulders, ready to push her way out of the wake of the choir. But as she did so, the song ended. Applause erupted around her. The conductor turned to face the crowd. Along with the ridiculous gloves, he was wearing a candy cane striped tie over his starched white shirt. Nicola felt an irrational surge of anger as he bowed low with a flourish, his hair falling over his eyes. He rose from his